Hello, guys. Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
So, yeah, Juneteenth is tomorrow, but, we always want to support black things on this channel. But welcome again to another episode of the Watch That John podcast. My name is Mary.
And I'm James.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty fun. We actually went to a Juneteenth 5K on Friday.
Oh.
It was 95 degrees.
So Aileen did another one.
She did another one, yes.
Wow.
I did it with her.
You did it with her. That's good. That's good.
I did.
How was
I
it?
did, yes.
How'd your feet feel? You said it was 91 degrees?
It was like 95 degrees.
Oh, my God.
It was at 7 p.m. It was 2,000 people there, and we walked on the east side of Oklahoma City.
But
And
to
it was-
be
it was
95 degrees at 7 p.m. is
Yeah.
bonkers.
The
I kind of
only-
love
the
it,
only-
but that's crazy.
Yeah, the only saving grace is that it was a nice breeze, and a lot of the neighborhood had trees, so it was under the shade.
Okay, you get a little bit of shade. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good,
And
though.
then
How many
And then-
5Ks? This is your second 5K?
this is my third.
Wow, that's
I
good.
done 2 this year,
Yeah.
and then 1 2 years ago.
Okay. Is it easier
Yep,
now
yep.
that you've been doing them more?
Yeah, no, this wasn't bad. It was just I was walking. I'm like, I've been walking for a minute,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
no, it wasn't bad. I'm gonna start trying to at least partially jog them next time.
Were the views good? Like you weren't like bored?
Yeah, no, we was in the residential neighborhood,
Okay.
walking with a lot of black folk,
That's
and
nice.
white folk.
It's like
and
the Million Man March all over again. It's like no.
It really was, and everyone. I love Oklahoma. Like everyone, just so friendly. Like people were waiting outside their house and waving to us. Had their Juneteenth signs up. They were like, they had their sprinklers facing the yard, like facing the street, because they know we were so hot.
Aw, yeah.
They cooled us off.
It's not them just trying to inadvertently hose black people.
No, it was mostly black people. We walked in a black neighborhood,
Okay.
and they were just like thanking us or saying hi or you can do it. Like it was
That's
pretty cool.
cute. That's really
It was
cute.
a good vibe. And then on Saturday, we went to another Juneteenth music festival slash food festival.
There's like food
slash,
trucks and everything.
Yeah, there was food trucks, and I had the best food of my life. Well, the best brisket, egg rolls. This place, it slaps, man.
Were the egg rolls really big? Because I'm like, I
They
want
were
a
big.
lot of brisket. So how many egg rolls will I have to eat to get my brisket quota?
You'll probably have to eat like 5 or 6 egg rolls,
they're
but you won't
small.
be able to because they're like egg roll size, but they're
Okay.
cut in half. You know how they fancy or whatever, but
Mm.
they're so
Decadent.
decadent that you eat it and you're like, oh my
You
god,
savor it. You savor everything.
you savor it. Yes, but no, we had a really good time this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about you?
It was a baddie birthday weekend.
Hey, birthday weekend, turn up.
24
birthday
never looked so
weekend.
good.
Do-do-do-do-do.
You know.
Yeah. Is that what we're gonna do? We just gonna lie to your audience right now?
Anyway, so yeah, it was really cool. We just got an Airbnb. We went dress shopping. We cooked out and just vibed. I think tomorrow I'm gonna see what sort of Juneteenth events I can go to. So,
Yeah, and we say dress shopping, you mean
wedding dress shopping. That's correct.
ooh, fancy.
Not for the streets no more, I guess. So
Not for the streets, yeah.
yeah. But
Gotta
all
be washed
right.
up.
Yeah, to jump into this episode today, a show that also premiered on the greatest day ever, my birthday, June 16th, House of the Dragon Season 2.
Do, 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 do.
Dude. No, you were supposed to keep doing that, and I was going to do the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do, 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 That might have been I might have jumped the gun a little bit, but whatever, you guys get it. We love Game of Thrones over here with all the violence and what's it called, infanticide and incest. We don't love the incest.
We don't love
part.
the incest, but we love the show. You know, all the
Yes.
memes that's just like, once again, we're going to be shipping incest again. And I'm like, Jesus.
Shipping incest.
They had it like literally. At first, we're like, ew, Damon and Rhaenyra. Then we're like, meh.
Basically, right? Yeah. So you know how Game of Thrones, we said GOT, right? House of Dragons. His acronym is Hot D.
Hot D. Hot D. There's a lot of that.
Hot Dragons.
There's a lot of that.
Hot D. So yeah, we're gonna review Hot D season 2, episode 1.
This is not spoiler free.
No, it's not gonna be spoiler free. We're gonna aim to release these episodes the Thursday following the episode release. So this episode released on Sunday, June 16th, and we're gonna drop it on Thursday, June 20th.
Yeah. So we both were like, yo, we do not remember anything from season 1. How long has it been since
I feel like it's been at least 2 years.
Has it been 2 years? I understand this is a massive show with a lot of moving parts. Like, a lot of people work on the show. Costume design, special effects, lighting, animation, and CGI, and set design, and music, and all the other things that go into a major production. But has it really been 2 years? If you can't find it, don't worry about it.
It came out August 21st, 2022.
That was the final episode.
That was the first episode.
That is crazy. Yeah, so it's almost been 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
10 episodes.
So I don't feel bad about watching it, turning it on, and then immediately being like, hold on, had to pause it and go on YouTube and do a recap.
Yes, a recap, because we're so confused. And this is a novel, right?
It's several books.
It's several books.
But this one in particular, yeah. What's the book? This is based off the book of The Song of Ice and Fire?
The Song of Ice and Fire is Game of Thrones. This one's like the song of like...
I thought Game of Thrones was Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones was... man. Google it.
Let me see. HOTD is based off what book?
Which book?
Oh, Gen AI. Oh, House of the Dragon is based off Fire and Blood.
Fire and Blood, okay.
Okay, so you're right. So, a 2018 fictional history book by George R.R. Martin that chronicles the Targaryen family history. So, it said Fire and Blood is part of Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire franchise, but it's not technically part of the series.
Yes.
So.
Fire and Blood. And that is a very accurate
That is a very accurate name, because as we know...
of this show so far.
Yeah. As we know, House of the Dragon, it's pretty much a whole lot of infighting within a single family.
Yes. And, you know, the Targaryen family is very complicated.
It is.
Okay.
Very nasty.
It's very complicated.
Nasty people.
Yeah, I looked. So there's, if you guys go to HBO.com, House of Dragon /character guide, there's this interactive website that shows you basically the major houses between the House Targaryen.
It's a family tree.
Valerian.
Yeah. Valerian. That's where we get the black people finally.
Exactly. That's where we get the black people.
The niggas.
House Hightower, and basically all their connections. And I looked through the House Targaryen, and there's 2 instances where siblings got married and had children.
Siblings. That is wild.
Siblings. Like, literally, including Alicent Hightower and Viserys the First Targaryen child.
Well, yeah, Aegon II married...
Yeah, Aegon II. Helena?
Yeah, the weird girl. The weird girl who's not weird at all, as we learn later in the show. Who's not weird at all, who be knowing.
Who be knowing.
But yeah, exactly. that family tree is really helpful. But I did, before we move on to... how do we
want to do this? So I think these episodes, we're going to do episode by episode. We're going to keep it relatively short. And our goal is just our reactions, right? Because we really want you guys to watch the show with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want you to watch it with us.
Yeah.
Follow along with us and let us know our initial reactions.
So what I want to know your reaction is, do you remember how this episode started off?
Yes, it started off at the wall, right?
In the north.
in the North at the.
Can you do the accent? Can you make a Stark Northern accent?
King of the North.
King of the North.
The
I don't know.
North.
My friend Fluffy is able to do it so well. Like so well. But yeah, it starts off in the North and at first I was like very excited. Then I was like, oh, I don't know these niggas.
Yeah, because one of them was I think it was Joffrey Valerian, or maybe it was Jaxaris Valerian. It was one of
Rhaenyra's children.
Rhaenyra's children.
She went to go she at the end of season 1, she sent her children off to pretty much go petition her stake to the throne and remind people that she is the true heir.
Yep.
So she sent off Luke and Jace. I'm gonna call him Jace because
Jace. Yep.
Yeah, they call him Jace in the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they send off Jake, the bastards. They send off Jake, and he goes to the North. And I like how this episode starts off. You know, it gives us that nice nostalgic feeling of watching Game of Thrones. But then I am deflated because I'm like, I'm not going to see Jon Snow's fine ass, or Rob's fine ass, or even Ned Stark's fine ass.
And you thought Ned Stark was fine.
Ned was fine. Ned was cute. Listen, he was a man of honor, and Google my nigga Ned Stark.
Eileen just gave you a stink face.
Y'all
too,
forget. Don't knock him because he old. I'm about to Google him right now. He was a whole look. He was a looker.
That's funny. But you're right. It is weird looking at familiar. Right? No, it's weird. It's weird looking at familiar settings with different people.
Right. They showed their face. I said, ew, who this?
Exactly. I feel like, all in all, the people in this show is not as attractive as the original show.
And I think that's done purposely.
Yeah.
I think that's done purposely. Why? I don't like to comment on like an actor's
but you do.
I'll comment on a character's appearance.
We do it every episode, man.
You do it every episode.
We do it every episode.
You do it every episode. But I think
be formally known as Mr. Sexy. We'll talk about Michael B. Jordan.
I don't comment negatively on an actor's appearance. If they look good, they look good. We talked about how beautiful Margot Robbie was for like 12 minutes and coming as Michael B. Jordan. But I think they did it on purpose because I think people are kind of tired of seeing like picture perfect people on TV. If these people are, I don't know, based in 1280, they don't shower every day. Or
they don't brush their teeth.
They probably stink. I know they stink. Like, why do they look so glamorous and perfect all the time? So I think they did try to, tone it down a bit. I also realizing that this season does have, it's not as booby as a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and I think the reason why is because Game of Thrones, the first season, it had to catch you. It had to catch the audience.
You're right, yeah. They say that. They say that a lot of HBO shows, there's always going to be nudity in the first episode to get you watching.
To get you watching. But then as it went on, all the nudity and the graphic stuff slowed down tremendously, right?
In Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Well,
I remember titties throughout and brutality. Yeah.
Yes, but the who titties they showed changed. It was just side characters and stuff like that. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that House of Dragons, Hot D, right? They don't really have to do all of that, in my opinion, because they got the fan base.
They have the fan base. Even though they lost a lot of fans because people were disgusted by how the way Game of Thrones Season 8 ended.
Yes.
And I get it. The only thing I was mad about was that Cersei should have died a terrible, slow, painful death, not be crushed by a rock.
Yes, in a romantic setting with her lover / brother.
With terrible Jaime, with terrible scum of the earth, Jaime. But going back to this episode, like I said, nostalgia, with the Starks, and I like how the scene opens up. I think one of the Starks, I forget his name, says something along the lines of, "Honorable men know that duty is the sacrifice." He says something like that.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
And it's a burden that an honorable man cannot avoid. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with honorable man or woman that duty, right, and And back in that time, duty was
The wall.
the wall.
Well,
right?
that's very literal.
That's where literal. But what I'm saying is, duty back then was like a birthright. You know what I mean? Or like your class.
That's true.
Or like
we can get into that later. My nigga. Keep going.
Yes, right. But now the duty that we have now is to like, I guess it's kind of the same, right? Your family, yourself, like the duty to the commitments that you make. So absolutely, all that takes sacrifices because you can't do what you want to do all the time.
Yeah. Unless it's your birthday.
Unless it's your birthday, but that's just a day, and you sacrifice.
My birthday is a month. I am not an honorable woman this month.
I think you just said you were done with the streets.
Still in a little bit. I'm in the streets, but I'm with my man though. We both in the streets.
we both in the streets.
You better not be in the streets this month of me though. But what was I saying? Huh? Okay, we were talking about
honor versus duty.
Yeah,
and I think that's a really good dichotomy, right? Because responsibility and honor versus what you want to do, and I think that's the exact dichotomy that
Rhaenyra
and Alicent share.
Yeah.
Alicent.
Yeah, Alicent.
Right, and that's Alicent is the dutiful queen, right? She went and married this old crusty man.
He was so gross. He was so gross. When his eye came out at the end, he had one eye. Oh my God.
And he was still trying to bang her. He was still smashing.
You're not allowed to be that horny when you look like that.
Exactly. She had 4 children with this man, right? And 2 grandchildren.
What are their names? Because I keep forgetting. I know we have Aegon II.
We got Aegon II. We have Helena.
Okay.
Aemon.
Okay.
And Darion.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Is he very young?
Haven't shown him yet. I guess he can't be. Maybe I don't know. He's just on here.
Let me see. What does he look like?
There's no picture of him.
Oh, so no one cares. No one cares.
He got 4 kids.
But going back to this is going back. I didn't recognize that. Remember they said for the Starks that 1 man and 10 of the Starks have to serve on the wall.
Yeah, and when the scene opened up, they were giving out rocks.
Yeah.
And the person who had the black rock had to take up the black and go out and protect the wall from who knows what on every side. I guess we know what.
We know. And you know what's you know what's crazy how like in Game of Thrones the wall was just kind of seen as like a prison where all the delinquents and bastards were sent to.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder back then in the scene we saw, did it still have that kind of like reputation? Like, oh, you guys are just sent there because you need to be isolated from society because you're a thief or a rapist or a murderer or a bastard, and there's no real threat coming to it, and it doesn't have, and people think that you guys are, you know what I mean? Was it as honored back then as it is in Game of Thrones?
Well, the way that Stark, I don't know his first name, but the way that the Stark, the Lord of Winterfell, was talking was that this is not a sentence; it's an honor.
It's an honor,
right? And I don't
think he was the Lord. Maybe he was the main dude of the wall. Was it?
No, he was Lord. He was Lord Winterfell.
Cregan was his name. Cregan. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just he'll probably pop up. He's a Stark. He'll pop up later.
So you do think the Starks are going to be prominent again?
Yeah, I do.
Ooh.
I do. Maybe not. But then again,
they're not going to be the main characters, of course. Yeah.
But he's promised the queen some soldiers, some graybeards. He said, so they're gonna join the fight eventually. And also the writers know we want to see the Starks, so they're gonna join the fights eventually. And eventually the Lannisters gonna weasel their way in.
Do you think so? I don't know. There is one Lannister already there.
That already where?
I think Tylan. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
I think Tylan is a Lannister. You remember that kid who was annoyed by Aegon II's little boy who came to the council meeting and he kept messing with the egg and just being a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's a Lannister. But yeah. Going back to was there anything else you want to say about the Starks?
No.
Okay. Going back, so you said a lot of interesting stuff. Going back to Rhaenyra and Alicent and just like how pretty much their whole relationship was torn apart by
duty and pretty much pleasure.
Yes.
And like the cost of duty is so, it's so heavy. I rewatched season 1, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I hate Viserys. I hate Viserys for what he did to Emma Targaryen, Rhaenyra's mother.
His wife. Yeah, his mother.
And I remember Rhaenyra came to her mother, and her mother, when she was pregnant, and her mother pretty much said that, you know, she told Rhaenyra, she's like, you know, you're going to be a mother too one day, and you're going to give birth to an heir because it is your duty. And Rhaenyra was like, I'd rather be fighting on the battlefield for glory. And she was like, this is how we fight. This is how we fight. And nigga, she fought.
Yeah, she did.
They held that woman down. And it was so sad because she trusted Viserys so much, you know, because the baby was pretty much like turned around the wrong way. And they're saying like pretty much it's either the baby or her. We can't have them. The chances of them both surviving. She was breached. Yes.
But she coming out with the feet. Yep.
Yes.
Breached.
And she didn't know any of this. They did not talk to her. The doctors and they did not talk to Emma at all. They only talked to Viserys. And you know that's triggering because it's like when we think about the conversations now in a woman's body and who makes decisions about her body, the fact that y'all did not come to this woman and tell her you were the baby. You went to Viserys. Mm-hmm. So she's high on milk of the poppy, which is what, like a derivative of heroin? Like, isn't poppy seeds like
milk of the poppy?
Yeah,
poppy. It might be heroin, but keep going.
Yeah,
maybe some opioid. Maybe
opioids. That's correct. So it's like y'all don't. She has no choice. So you know she's high, but she wakes up and she sees Viserys and she smiles at him, and you could tell she trusts him. And she's like, what's going on? What's happening? And she seems so trustworthy. And she seems like everything's okay because her husband's here. And he's like, we're going to bring the babe out. And she's like, what? And then they just hold her down. And she's like, what's going on? I'm scared. What's going on? He's like, it's okay. We're going to bring the babe out. And they gut her open like a trout. And that scream, when they make that first incision, because they say, I'm not sure if this is a DNC. I'm not sure if this is a C-section, because they said there's this new tactic where they can cut directly into the womb. But the blood loss, I know. My face, James made this face, y'all. That's pure horror. That was my face. I was like, what? What do you mean cut directly into the womb? And people want me to have kids. And you know they have no anesthesia back then. They just had milk of the poppy.
They could have just hit her with a head over the rock and that'd be better. Just knock her unconscious.
And my thing, even if she survived, she probably would get a nasty infection because we know these people were not disinfectant. Like
they don't wash their hands.
Exactly. They can't. Oh my God. So you see the first incision that they make and it is horrendous. And big kudos to the actress. I don't know her name who played Emma, but it was barbaric.
Yeah.
It was barbaric. And it's like you said, it's like the duty. That is her duty she believes that is her duty to give an heir. And it was funny how the scene, not funny, it was clever how the scene was juxtaposed because at the same time, there was a tournament going on. And there was a lot of brutality happening in the tournament. So they kept switching back and forth through brutality of people fighting at the jousting tournament and brutality, the brutality of giving birth. And it's just like, I'm just looking at Viserys and I'm just like, you already have an heir, but you gutted your wife because God forbid a woman sits in the Iron Throne. And,
you know, Rhaenyra's never forgave him for it.
I wouldn't either. Fuck him.
She never forgave him for it. And even when she
loved
had
him.
children,
she loved her father, but
she loved her father, but she was duty bound.
Yeah.
And then so now in season 2, right, as she's older, she still has this duty bound obligation to her father, because her father appointed her as the heir, right? Regardless of that, he had a son, Aemon, right?
Aegon.
His son Aegon.
Aegon the second.
These names are so similar, y'all.
And I feel like I'm mad that it seems like a big plot driver of the show is simple mixed communications in name.
Yes, exactly. Right where Alicent on when she was talking to Viserys on his deathbed, she thought that the
Aegon.
Aegon's
Aemon is
dream.
the dude who lost his eye.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Aegon's dream was about him being on a throne, a Targaryen being on a throne to basically save the end of the world.
Yeah, from the White Walkers.
Right.
Yeah.
For the White Walkers. But she thought that he wasn't talking about his grandfather or great grandfather. He was talking about his son.
Aegon the Second.
Right.
Yeah.
Aegon the Second. But then when she went and told the rest of the council, them niggas was plotting anyway to overthrow him.
They were already. Otto Hightower is a snake.
He is a snake.
He's not
He
a
is snake.
Littlefinger. I don't. Is he a little? You think he's bad as
No,
Littlefinger?
no. Littlefinger is the dude strong. What's his name?
Larys.
Larys.
Oh, he makes me
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, no, he's disgusting.
The fact that he
Little
killed
foot
his
fetish.
own brother and father so he can become Lord of Harrenhal.
Yep.
And you see that Alicent is realizing the ditch that she put herself in.
Yeah, but there's a moment in this episode, which we got to remember that's our focus today. Right?
Well, I mean, even in
Alicent-
this episode, well, I think we can jump back because, it's the first episode, so we can still refer
Yeah.
to the things, at least for
Yeah.
me,
No, you're right. You're right. To kind of make it logical.
Mm.
But Alicent, I remember she was having a conversation with Hightower, with her father,
Mm.
right? And he essentially said that we're going to war
Mm.
and there's going to be bloodshed, right? And she was like, I know, but doesn't mean I want it. So I think she finally realized that, yeah, man, if I came and I took this throne with my son, the son took the throne, and she believes wholeheartedly that it's his right to take the throne. But she knows, right? She said earlier, right? She was like, oh, I want victory is Rhaenyra.
No, victory is Aegon sitting on the throne.
Yep.
And I think Otto said that he wants the same thing.
Yeah.
But remember,
and that
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra bows a knee and they're at peace.
Okay.
But we know that Rhaenyra is not going to bow the knee. There's no
Bend the
way.
knee, yeah.
And actually, bend the knee. And actually, Rhaenyra was grieving and was vengeful about the loss of her son, right? Her son,
Luke.
Luke.
Because
right?
I think his name is Lucerys, but let's call him Luke. It's easier.
Yeah, we'll call him Luke.
Yeah.
So Luke,
He was
right?
Devoured by Vhagar.
Devoured. Yeah, by Aemon's dragon.
And you
right?
you remember how Aemon got that dragon?
He
was
got the
dirty.
dragon. Did he? He went over middle of the night and stole the little black girl's dragon, right?
He stole the black girl's mother, Laena's dragon. Because remember, Laena was married to Daemon at one point, and I think
Yep.
the same thing was happening to Laena, where pretty much they're saying it's her and the baby, and she's like, "Oh no, I make my own decisions." And she went to Vhagar and said, "Burn me the fuck up, because
Yep, she
these men
did.
ain't making decisions for me."
Exactly. She went out like a G.
And then Aemon, in the middle of the night, yeah, he got that big dragon. I remember that scene. It was very dark. I was like, this scene is so dark. Come on, y'all.
What
No,
is?
that scene was very dark.
What scene? Which one?
When he stole Vhagar at the beach, it was very
Oh.
dark. I could barely see that scene.
Yeah,
Literally
image.
dark.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
think about remember in Game of Thrones where they were fighting the Night Walkers?
The
and
major
it was so
battles,
dark,
yeah.
and everyone
It was
said
so
it because our
dark.
TV was too cheap.
No. They just them niggas didn't want to add lights because they didn't have all those special effects.
Oh
budget.
yeah, they had Starbucks cups in the background. They were trying to hide
Yeah.
and everything. But yeah. So
yes, her son, Jake, we said, or Luke.
Jake,
Luke.
Luke. Yeah, Luke.
So Luke, he gets devoured.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm struggling with these names.
Rhaenyra.
man. Rhaenyra, right? She finds his remains, and the dragon he was flying remains on the beach.
He even ate the dragon.
And he ate the dragon.
He's the biggest, oldest dragon, Vhagar.
Yep, he's the largest dragon. In
And
the
I
world.
love it how a black woman was his rider.
Oh, you mean?
Lena.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah,
I
back
love
in
that.
season 1.
I love that.
Yeah, but yeah. So she came back to her senses because she was grieving her son, and she lacked to make any action about the throne being stolen from her. And then she came back and she said, a son for a son.
Yeah, she said she wants Aemon. She wants Aemon. But my thing is, I can't even be mad at Aemon. I can't be mad at Aemon. I can't be mad at Alicent. Listen, I don't care. I remember in season 1 when the children got into a fight because Aemon stole Laena's dragon after their mother just died.
Yeah.
They got into a fight, and Aemon was acting very aggressively. He had a rock to...
He was going to kill those kids.
He was going to kill... I think he was going to kill Jace. And Luke came in and took his eye. I don't care how it started. As a mother, if my son comes home and he's missing an eye, and I know the person who did it, I'm gonna try to take your eye on your mom's eye too. Like, and I understand Rhaenyra being like, you are not touching my child.
Yeah.
You like, I get it. So, and I understand Aemon years later being like, you being bitter. Like, I can't. Everything's not good. You took my eye. My eye. But Aemon should have known better. That I guess like you think a dragon is a dog. Mm-hmm. You have the oldest dragon.
Yeah, you think you can chase down... Because when they're flying, I remember the little dragon...
Luke's
dragon, like, burned him to get away because he was running away.
He did. And
then the big old dragon wasn't taking it, just chomp.
Yeah, I heard a YouTuber made a good point. They were like, Vhagar is the oldest, largest dragon who probably had many riders. So he's more free-willed than the other dragons. You know what I mean? Because he's like, I had many riders. I had many owners. I can kind of do what So he's not... His loyalty isn't really cemented with too much of either of them. So I can see him being
I think he was like, why is this fly bugging me? I'm done. And just boom.
I think he just acted like a dragon. They're wild animals. They're not domestic. You can't say healed. Anyway, yeah. So, what were we talking about? We're talking about
Season 2, episode 1.
Yeah.
We're talking about how when Rhaenyra decided that she wanted revenge.
Eye for an eye.
She wanted
a son for a son.
A son for a son.
But Daemon wanted to do that well before. He wanted to do that like immediately
he did.
soon. But everyone's like, we have to wait. We have to wait. But yeah, it's crazy. I know I'm still going back to season 1, but when I think about how pretty much men has like sunk their talents and schemes into Rhaenyra and Alicent. Even when I think about Alicent and Otto Hightower, her father, I remember in season 1, as soon as I think Viserys died, or no, not when he died, he came to Alicent when he was no longer the hand of the king, when he was getting kicked out of the kingdom. He said to her, listen, pretty much saying that Rhaenyra is going to be the queen and people are not going to accept her. Mm-hmm. And the reason why they're not going to accept her, because they're going to say that your children, Aegon and Aemon, are the heir to the throne. And Rhaenyra will know that the only way to solidify her heir claim to the throne is to kill your children.
Yep.
So he planted that in her head. And now I remember this one YouTuber who kind of like compared her to Cersei, where she's like, I have to protect my children at all costs.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, he was right.
It makes sense. Do you think Rhaenyra would do that to Alicent, though, before all the bad blood, before everything happened?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes. You know why? You know why? Because she's a freaking Targaryen, Mary.
Targaryens get a bad rep.
They are insane. No. There's not one good Targaryen.
I want to see. I really want to see the Mad King. Like, if they make another spinoff, I want to see the rule and terror of the Mad King. But what's Targaryens that's bad? Name them,
Mary. What?
We have the Mad King.
You have literally the nigga's name was Mad King.
The Mad King that we know. Who are the bad Targaryens?
You had, I can't remember these niggas' names, Mary, but basically, Daenerys' brother was evil and bad, right? The Mad King was bad.
Because we hear of great kings. We hear of
Daemon.
Maegor.
Daemon
they said
terrible.
Maegor was crazy.
Yeah,
Maegor was a mad king.
But Daemon is terrible and vengeance, right? Yeah, the Targaryens. I don't trust them.
I don't know. I don't trust.
If she was if she's doing right now, right? She's trying to find legitimacy to her throne, and even to do that, she married her uncle so that they had children. Their names would be Targaryen, right? And that they had basically double Targaryen blood to make sure she still has the throne. Power corrupts absolutely. Right, absolute
When did
power
she marry
corrupts
Damon?
absolutely.
She
married Damon after Damon's wife got burnt up, and after she faked her husband's death. She went and married Damon, right, the gay man, and then she had 3 kids with Damon, and then 3 kids with her side nigga Harwin Strong, right. So basically, this woman, right, even though she didn't want to, eventually either her or someone on behalf of her would have wiped out the whole lineage because
I don't think
it would have
Rhaenyra
started a
did
war.
that to Alicent before the bad blood started. I think now absolutely. I don't think she would have did that to Alicent. But yeah. What else happens in this episode? So,
Well, we can fast forward. So
my thing is, why didn't the Queen Who Never Was? Why didn't she kill Alicent and Aegon?
at the end of season 1,
Yeah, but did she just want to threaten them?
no, she thought about it.
But why
She
didn't
thought
she?
about
Because
it.
Damon said if you would have did it when you had the chance, then
Luke would have been alive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why she didn't. Maybe because she's just caring. I don't know why she didn't. But
Well, she did. Season 2 wouldn't exist.
yeah,
But
I guess.
I think she didn't because
Because we needed a season 2. You answered it.
yeah, but I think she hesitated because she wanted.
She thought it was enough.
No,
They're not afraid of dragons. The
They're
High
not.
Towers have been around dragons, and Aegon's a Targaryen. Like,
I think she wanted Rhaenyra to take it because if she went and killed the whole family, that's still not a power move, right?
On
From a
Rhaenyra's
strategic
end?
standpoint. On Rhaenyra's end, right? It's like, oh, the queen that never was fought your battles for you, or I don't know.
I get it. I get it. It's like if Rhaenyra's going to if Rhaenyra's going to do it, Rhaenyra needs to do it.
Yep, she needs to do it. She needs to do it.
Mm.
But speaking of doing it, Damon did it. Damon went and snuck off into King's Landing. He paid a rat catcher,
Cheese,
and someone else
blood.
to basically go.
So blood was blood. He was with not the City Watch, right? And he
Yeah,
paid
he
them.
was like a.
For
yeah,
some
he was
reason,
like a
he
cop or
hates the
something.
High Towers. I don't know why. Because he says F
See,
the High Towers.
It's easy to hate rich people, especially back at that time. It's easy to hate people, rich people. Easy when you're poor. You know, when you serve them all the time, it's easy to hate them. So I'm not surprised.
But before we jump to that, because that is the ending.
Yes, we're at
What do you think about? We talked about like Lars. What do you think about like Lars? And like we said, how Allison is like. Oh, speaking of Allison, guess who is now screwing with Kristen Cole? With her high and mighty self. Her
Little
high and pious self. You there getting your back broken off.
Get her back broken off like she is.
I get it though. This woman
She's-
has never had an orgasm. Your man is dead. You have to choose duty over pleasure your whole life. Get it. With the incel Kristen Cole.
Yeah, she has never had anything for herself. I feel like
Yeah.
so that's the only thing she's had for herself.
Do you think that's why she
Was-
fights so hard for her children now? Because it's like, this is all I have. This is my duty.
Yeah, and I think she's a decent mother.
I don't
and
think-
I think she's a good mother.
Remember,
I just think that she lives in the male dominant society that all her male children could do whatever the F they want.
yeah,
And you can't do nothing about it.
yeah. Because I remember when Aegon in season 1, he assaulted one of his bed nurses or something.
Mhm.
And pretty much Alicent was like, I hear you and I believe you, but keep your mouth shut because no one's going to believe
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
So
Right,
he
and
probably
that's how
has
it
a bunch
goes.
of bastards running around.
Yeah.
But
That's how it goes.
yeah, Laris. Remember when Laris pretty much told her, he was like, pretty much I found out all the snakes.
Oh yeah, and he like got rid of them. They no longer breathe his air.
Yes.
Yeah,
and you know
that nigga's dangerous.
He's
dangerous.
scary, and you can tell that she's realizing the bed that she made, because when she was when all her new staff was giving her a bath, she was like, "I need y'all to get out. They're all new faces, and now I know people who used to bathe me are now dead."
Exactly.
But it makes sense though, because I just found out, because I remember in this episode when they talked about Mysaria, the white worm, I was like, I do not remember this woman at all. You're making a face. So that was the woman that Damon was like, she's a traitor of the crown, throw her in the jail cell. They found her on a ship.
Oh, she probably was a little minor character who sold secrets or something.
She was like, because remember, she was like Damon's in season 1. She was like Damon's main like side chick. He even lied to Viserys to piss him off, to say that he got her pregnant, and they went to Dragonstone together, and they had a dragon egg, and then Otto came back to get it. But long story short, Mysaria is pretty much the one who told Otto Hightower that she saw Daemon and Rhaenyra getting a freak on in that whorehouse in season 1.
Oh, okay.
So
that's why he didn't like him. Okay.
And also, she's also the one, when she found out that Viserys was sick, she's the one, remember that Aegon was missing? She's the one who had Aegon kidnapped. And then she got him back for a ransom that was paid to her by Otto Hightower. And then when Larys found out about it, he tried to have her killed, but she fled. So they were finding her in season 2 on the ship. And then when Daemon found out, like, yo, you're the reason why Aegon is on the throne now, she's like, I only did it for money. Because pretty much she used Aegon as ransom. She was like, pretty much, listen, there's like terrible prostitution rings and like weird stuff going on with children that I need the crown to stop. And I will give Aegon back if you do that. So, yeah, she's not a bad person.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I didn't know who she was. But, yeah, and Larys is just treacherous. Like, all the people. So, yeah, so pretty much, going back to it, pretty much the white worm, Mysaria, she was pretty much she found out information from one of Alicent's handmaidens. So that's why Larys wiped out all of them. And that's why when she was getting bathed, she was like, just leave me alone. Because all the people who used to bathe me, Larys had killed on my like approval
request.
So now she feels sick.
Yeah.
She feels sick.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Like, she's sullying herself. Like,
sullying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her good character is slowly being sullied. You know, just kind of having people killed off and kind of protecting her sons when they do disgusting things, and, you know, no longer virtuous because now she's sleeping with whoever she wants. Like, wasn't Larys giving her head at one point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that wasn't Larys. That was Criston
Cole. Yeah.
That was Criston Cole.
Yeah.
But whenever you are in a position of power and you have to cling for it, you do whatever you need to do. And that's why I still think if Rhaenyra had the throne and she was hanging out and these kids kept getting bigger and bigger and eventually they wanted her throne, she would annihilate them, because that's what people do in power. They do whatever they can to stay in power. That's human nature. So, let's get towards the assassination attempt, right? Where you said Cheese and Blood, that was the goon's name hired by Damien.
Mm-hmm, Damon. And remember before that council meeting that Aegon was going to, his sister wife, Helena, was like, I'm afraid. And he was like, don't be afraid. We have dragons. Don't be afraid. We also have dragons. You don't need to fear the dragons that are coming from Rhaenyra's end. And she was like, I'm not afraid of the dragons. I'm afraid of the rats.
Exactly.
And she looked off. And what I noticed after rewatching it, she looked off to 2 cribs side by side. And then, Aegon just brushed it off and said, the queen is an enduring mystery, is she not?
Mm-hmm.
And, we all think she crazy, but tell them what happened. So Damon played, like, he recognized that. We see Cheese, too, throughout the show. He's like a rat catcher behind the scenes. And we can see how much of a free reign that he has over the palace, where they...
Yeah, because no one likes rats. No one wants to look at rats, and definitely no one want to look at a man who's trying to catch them. So they're always subtle and quiet. And they go up and they're looking...
You can see how much access he has.
Yes, and they're going and they're trying to find...
Aemond.
The
target is Aemond.
The target is Aemond, the one-eyed brother.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Well, it makes sense because he has Vhagar. He's a really good fighter. They think about...
It doesn't make sense that they will be able to kill him, right? Because he is the deadliest...
He's a good fighter.
He's a very fighter. Like, the king called him the best sword that he has. He's a deadly fighter. He's vicious. And he has the largest dragon, like, that he probably can call at a whim. So I don't know how they thought he could assassinate him unless they caught him sleeping.
It was pretty stupid. I don't know why Damon didn't. Damon didn't think he could do the inside job himself without getting caught.
Damon.
Maybe they wanted him to bring Aemond to Damon.
No, he said bringing them their head.
That's so stupid. That's really dumb. I don't.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, there's no way they can.
And they said that too. They were like, we don't. If he's such a good fighter and he has the biggest dragon, what makes you think
we can do it?
I guess they thought in the middle of the night they'll get him while he was sleeping.
Exactly. That's why I think they tried to get him when he's sleeping. But instead, they walk into the room and they find the queen.
Blood walks into the room, and then he sees that one of, I guess, Alicent's or someone's handmaiden is still there. And she's suspicious, but he's like, I'm just setting traps. Because they know they're not supposed to be in that area of the palace.
Yeah.
And at first, Cheese is he's scared about it. He's like, we're not supposed to go that far up. And Blood's like, I'll kill you. Come on, stop being scared. And then Cheese gets mad and kicks the dog. And that's why I was like, oh no, I hate Cheese. Remember he kicked that dog for no reason because he was mad?
I think he kicked the dog just to set him away.
No, he was pissed. He kicked the dog out of anger. Yeah. I was like, why you kick the dog? So, they're in an area they're not supposed to be. Blood sees a maid, and, he tells her he's setting trap, and he lets her go, but he's like, man, I know she's suspicious. So he, like, walks down, he hears, like, something, and he's thinking that Cheese might have caught the maid down the hall, but he had Helaena there.
Mm-hmm. The queen. Mm-hmm. By the neck, right, with a knife. Mm-hmm. And they're like, tell us who the boy is between her twins, because they couldn't tell.
Two kids sleeping, yeah.
Dude, they're so cute. They're adorable.
They were adorable, little incest monsters. Mm-hmm. So they was like,
right? They're so inbred. How are they still like
cute?
Functioning?
Tell us who the male is. Tell us who the heir is, right? Or she said we'll kill all three of them, right? Was that the threat?
Yeah, even though I didn't see the third one. Did you see a third one?
Well, her and her two kids.
Okay.
Right? So then she pointed, and she pointed to the heir. She pointed to him, to the actual boy. Why do you think she did that versus pointing to the girl? Why do you think she told the truth?
See, I don't know, because my thing is I don't understand why they didn't just check the genitals themselves. Like, I don't know why Cheese and Blood didn't just check to make sure that
because
they not
they're murderers, not
kids.
pedophiles, Mary.
They can cut off a kid's head, but they can't check their pants to see what gender they are. But I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this is another plot device that's driven a huge plot device that's driven off of a simple miscommunication. It's like, oh, you thought you killed the boy, but you really killed the girl because no one really knows because they look just alike. And I'm just like, I don't know why no one checked the genitals. So I don't know why that seems like bad writing to me, but I don't know why. What do you think it is?
No, I thought the same thing because it was like, check them. And then she's like, tell us who it is.
And they just didn't.
And they just did it.
I'm like, did you not want to wake them up? Like, why didn't you just?
I don't know, because she went and she grabbed her son. Then she ran.
Who we think is the son? We don't know. We don't. It's
her
like
son,
it's like
her daughter. She grabbed the second kid.
It's like the Aegon and Aegon again, and like exactly. the two brothers, Eric and Arik. Cargill. They're like knights or whatever. One is with Rhaenyra and one is with Alicent. And I'm like, they have similar names too, so I can see. I feel like this show is all about, it's minor miscommunications and mix-up that leads to huge plot points. So that's why I feel like, because remember she was like, yeah. I'm just like, they just trying to confuse us. Like,
no, it is confusing, and you know,
for no reason.
The saddest thing is how they hacked away at this kid's neck.
That was gross.
Like, just like you couldn't get
I cringed.
a sword. You know, just hacked away at the little kids.
I'm like, did you kill him first?
Disgusting.
Did you do it when he was still alive?
I think they slit his throat, then hacked him.
My thing
but still,
is,
slitting someone's throat, you drown in your own blood, and you sit there and you panic. There's nothing. It was terrible.
My thing is like, you could have smothered him and brought you really. I understand if it was Aemon's head, but you really think Daemon's like, maybe Daemon is brutal. We saw what he did to all the criminals and thieves in season 1 when he was part of the City Watch and he was cutting off heads and stuff. But I'm like, you think that he wanted Aemon's head for obvious reasons, but you think he wants this little boy's head too? If you'd have killed him, yeah, but do you think you wanted, like, he's gonna probably be like, what the hell when you come in a little six-year-old boy's head? Like, yes, it's a son for a son, but Jesus. I even think Daemon would be like 7 hells to this brutality.
Yeah, that's his family too, right? This kid was.
That's his niece, his nephew, right?
His great nephew.
His great nephew. Okay, because yeah, that is true. Because his father, Aegon II, is Rhaenyra's half brother, making him his nephew, making Daemon. Yeah, that is his great nephew. Yeah. But Helena was right. She was like, I'm afraid of the rats. And you should be.
Yeah, and I think the rats is more than just the animals.
Well,
the
yeah,
rats
obviously,
are all the.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there are rats beneath the
sketchies.
floorboards. Yeah.
Yeah. All those, sleazy people.
You know, there are rats in the kingdom, literally working in the kingdom, giving out information. The people who work here cannot be trusted. They have access to our halls. They have access to information. That was Cheese. Mm-hmm. He was a rat and a rat catcher, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it was once again.
That was hard. I was like, oh my God, that sound.
A very
that
gory,
sounds terrible.
A very gory, shocking ending.
Yeah.
Right, and she walked to the room, and the girl, Alicent was getting her back blown out again.
Was by Christian.
By Christian. Yeah, Christian Cole.
Yeah. So yeah, that concludes this episode, and I am very excited for the next one.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be an amazing season.
It's like, even there's just bad blood building. Like, you can't mess with people's children. There's already enough bad blood. Like, you took a kid's eye, a kid got eaten by a dragon. Now another kid is beheaded in his bedroom. It's there's no turning back. There's no turning back. There's nothing worse you can do to make the High Towers to make Alicent and Rhaenyra hate each other more.
Yeah. No, it's
Alicent better learn how to fight.
She need to go get herself a dragon.
She do need a dragon.
These people need dragons. Dragons is like the nuclear weapons.
Yeah, but she thinks she's better than the Targaryen. You know, she serves the Seven, and she is better because she's not incestuous. But you know, she knows the morals. Like, she knows that incest is gross, and she, for the most part, stayed pretty virtuous and didn't cheat on her husband. So I can see her thinking. I remember when season 1, Rhaenyra always wanted her to ride dragons with her, and she was like, "No, I'm not doing that." And it's like, "Girl, you should have.
Yeah,
you should have. You could have bonded with one of them. Then you have a dragon on your side too."
Yeah, dragon on your side too.
But
dragons is power.
Yeah, I'm so excited for next week.
Yes. So that's a wrap for this episode of the Watch That Join podcast.
Yep.
We hope you enjoyed our take on this season's episode, season 2 of the House of Dragons, episode 1. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and leave us a review. You can follow us on all the social media for updates and behind the scenes content. Until next time, keep your eyes on the screen and stay tuned for more Watch That Johns.
Bye.
Bye-bye.